Welcome back to Songs of Six. Now, last time we established what little farmland we have and a whole lot of nothing. And if you remember, I can find my town. Here we go. A little woodcutter tree farm, some grain, fruits, and a teeny bit of vegetables. Just tiny strip. And the current goal is to get to 75 people. Now, food is looking on the bright side, luckily. So I don't think taking in more people should be any sort of problem. And we have 20 housing spaces. So let's just bump that up to 45. Now, the second those people come in, we need to make them do something. Can't just have them doing nothing. And we don't really have a lot of options right now. Especially considering, we don't have research. And people are piling in. And that's just cut our food days by about half. Which is very beautiful. Although we do have a bunch of spare grain on the fields. Which I most likely should assign a few more crates for grain. Just to make sure it does not spoil. We have a few people skinny dipping. I mean, what else can you really do in a desert? Personally, I'm also feeling the pain. I'm in a heat wave. My fan is not keeping up, which is a bit of a problem. But anyway, we need more housing. Now, moving on from the mud buildings, we are on stone buildings, as that is probably the only thing we have an abundance of. We just start on with another neighborhood. This one's quite close to the production buildings. And we should have enough stone to maintain that. I would love to give the people some wood, but knowing my wood situation, aka not great, I'm quite tempted to not do that. Especially since we need to keep the furniture going. And one thing we actually don't have, which can improve the mood of our people, is a speaker. Let them know the latest news, which, once again, in the desert is probably nothing interesting. And we could put him dead in the middle of the crossroad. Now, just to neaten this up a little bit, get rid of those roads there. That should curve nicely now. And carrying on with the decoration, I quite love my decorations. That is 3 apart. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3. And finally, there we go. That's a few more torches for the people. And how is food looking? Since it's the only really thing we can care about right now. Food is fine. Not the best. We might need another bakery just to keep up. And I'd quite like to expand the vegetable farm. Well, I'll just double it in size for now. There you go. Beautiful. 11 vegetables. And let's expand the dirt path. Beautiful. Now, one thing we do have is a lot of clay, coal, or like the sorts of things which we don't need right now. But later on, not a problem. We do have a speaker yapping. And we could get a bathroom down. Now, the proper question is where? I mean, this little area here kind of resonates to me as it's right above the town center. So if we just get a little bathroom in there. A little latrine here and there. There we go. 8. 13 furniture. Beautiful, which we do not have. This is kind of overkill, but go big or go home. That's what people say. Actually, for convenience, if I do that, sure. And then something like that, we could probably get doors on both sides. There we go. And we're out of stone again. Not a problem. Clear some rock. You know how it is. It's getting built. I do eventually want to replace the few mud buildings, which we do have. But that's not really a priority right now. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of mud here and there. Okay, one farm is still enough. Beautiful. Now another carpenter would be great, considering we have no furniture and we're lacking it severely. Oh, let's get rid of the last of our trees. Fortunately. Food is going very strong. That just tells me we need another bakery. Or in fact, I could just expand this one. Which is what I'm gonna do. Never mind. Oh, I just deleted my old bakery. Beautiful. Thank you, game. That's exactly what I meant to do. Let's get rid of that wall there. And then bakery. Put the door back there. And then oven. Let's get quite a big one. Just to, you know, make it last for that little bit of time we do have. That should do the trick. Boom. And then build that. And now from 3 bakers to 6 bakers, we've doubled our production. And we're back to getting more people. We have another 15 homes, so another 15 people. Very logical. And while we're at it, I can't speak. While we're at it, 3 more homes, and we have an export and import depot. Unfortunately, no one will probably trade with us. Not that we have anything to trade with anyway. And why is that out of mud? Oh, we're getting a little present here, sure. A lot of pots and a bunch of money, and I accepted it. Why not? Now, where do I put all those pots? Which turn down the grain storage a little bit. Let that spoil. Now, if we want to trade with one of these empires near us, go on diplomacy. Trade. They don't like us. Great. I have a feeling no one will like us. I mean, maybe these people. They gave us the gift. Oh, okay. What do they want for the trade? That's quite cheap. I feel like that used to be way more expensive. Well, sure. That is a beautiful deal. I'd love to trade with them. For now. And now if we get an export and import depot. Just get the economy booming. I feel like we need a special area for trade. If we go with some roads. Just like that for now. I'll probably have a little pathway through here. And then depot. Like the spell. Thank you, game. Have one there. and an import. For now. Now, if we get someone manning the import depot, that's a bit more important for me. Bread. Now, we want to make sure we never run out of food. So, I think a safe percentage to put this at is 25%. And that meaning, if our bread shortage or bread stocks ever go below 25%, we will import the bread to make it up to 25%. Now, one thing we can export, what we have a bunch of, is stone. Although stone, of course, not worth much. But let's say, sure, we can use fetch. We can also tell them to pull from this warehouse here. Now stone for 1 coin, not really expensive. But let's say, where's the little option? This depot is a little bit more confusing than the other one. And apologies for my dog barking. Can't do much about that right now. He's probably looking at a cat through the window. Well, that should be it. We have our little trader here, grabbing any stone and hauling it all the way back to the export depot. Now, if we ever get a foreign trader, he'll come, and if he needs stone, he'll buy it. So we have 10.5k. Unfortunately, we've lost a bunch of money to inflation. I say a bunch, it's only about 100 coins, but considering that's like 1% of our wealth, that could be a bunch in our scenario. Actually, I think I'm gonna turn off the warehouse pull source and just get the hauler to just grab stone from the ground. That will ensure a domestic supply of stone. Fancy terminology. Why is this not being built? Hello, game? Oh, I'll just get rid of it. Build it again. Sometimes things happen. Why are we on dirt construction? Put that back on stone, which apparently I have none. Not a problem. We can just get some more. Beautiful. Now we have 15 more housing spaces, getting up to 75 people, and lab should now be unlocked. Beautiful. Now, lab. The best and the most annoying building in this game. I mean, we could start off with a big lab, but is that what we need right now? Sort of. Yeah, I'll do a big one. Why not? It's gonna cost quite a bit of stone. Actually, we don't have proper structures yet. If we get that to biggest it can be, that means we can trim this down a little bit. And fit in one more there. Beautiful. Now that's another 16 furniture, which we do not have. We might need to start importing wood. I did not mean to press the undo button there. Slightly annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, let's just start getting built. And we need more stone once again. Oh, we need one more stone, come on. Oh, scared of that. Beautiful. Now we just need to wait for the furniture, which will take a very long time. We have someone that's sick when we don't know what a hospital is, so good luck to them. Let's check, did we? We sold 600 stone. Kind of sad I missed that, but We made some money. Beautiful. Now, I might build another import depot, as there are some things that I do want to import. Especially wood. We are pretty much completely out of wood. So let's choose wood. And if we have less than... I don't want to spend too much money on wood. 10% of our wood supply, which is a whole 16 wood. Okay, we'll do 20%. And temperature's rising to extreme level today. Great. But now we should be bringing in some wood, which in turn we turn into furniture as soon as the trader comes, wherever he comes from. No clue. One thing we could do is a hunter. This will just give us that little bit more food. And fun fact, you can't have more than 12 hunters, I believe. I'll be wrong, but that's the way I remember it. Get that butchering table. Beautiful. With a little doorway. And once again, we have no stone. Clear rock. Traders have these funny hats, so I'm trying to spot one. I mean, I'm sure if we look closely enough, one will come. Oh, we just missed him. That's slightly annoying. I'll wait one more time. Oh. There we go. This little man came and he bought some stone. Thank you for supporting the local economy. As money is what we need. We'd actually have a bunch of spare fruit, from what I'm seeing. And that just means we need a bigger warehouse, to be fair. We do need a way bigger warehouse. That's probably our main bottleneck. And how much are we spending on wood imports? Stored average price 14 for wood. That is a bit diabolical, but we can't complain. Might be cheaper just to import furniture in itself. That's pretty much what we need wood for. Hey, how much is a piece of furniture? Let's have a little look. Okay, wood is 16. Furniture, on the other hand. Okay, it is not worth importing furniture to make it domestically. We could offload some spare grain as a way to get a little bit more money. Dirt road. Bring that up a little bit. And we do actually have a little bit of research to start off with, which I completely forgot about. And it is very tempting. The decoration maniac in me is tempted to spend 5 research on some roads. And I'm gonna do it. We need some better production though. Basic farming. Pretty much spent all my innovation on that. As our farms will be way more productive now. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, paved roads, my favorite. Paved road. Which road is the one that humans love? Shaped road. Is that stone? Or that is stone. Beautiful. We can kind of make the town square look more town squarey. Go for something like that. Boom. And then we do need stone, as we are selling all of it, which is probably not the smartest idea from me. But as you can see, we have a bunch. Okay, that is shaping up. We could also do some shaped roads by the trading center. Beautiful. Now we did build this. One thing we have too much of is, I was gonna say grain, but we don't have that much grain anymore. So I'll just do a good old fruits. Let's say if we have more than settings, let's protect our domestic supply. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, I just deleted the whole building. Oh, sure. Thank you. Thank you, game. Don't know why I'm blaming the game. But I'm actually hold off from exporting anything. Now, let's give our people pottery, since we can. Access, here we go. Pottery. We have a bunch of spare pots, which are just gonna rot away. How much? We are spending a bunch on wood. But we are making profit, as stone exports are way higher than wood imports, which is great. Now, we do have a little lab researched. Let's fill that to the brim. And with that, we should be generating some more knowledge anytime soon. And we could get into smithing. But for that, we would need to start a mining settlement. And for that, we need a road network. Now, I'll probably set out the boundaries of the main town. The capital, you could say. We go for now, plan a little bit big. You know, go big or go home. I've said that like 3 times already. That's just proving that I'm running out of things to say. Here we go. That will be the inner bound of the town. Beautiful. Now I would love to get fortifications unlocked just for the decoration, but we have other priorities. Although if we do just bring that out about here, this will be where the town gate is. We get a little bit of a better shape here. Let's get rid of that. Why are you doing this to me? What am I doing wrong? Was it this shape? Nope. Oh, there we go. Why is it only working for the erase tool? I want to... I give up with the tool. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just sort of manually draw out a rough road. I do believe that outside of settlements, rough roads do look better. And where is my iron deposit? Up there. Sure. To be exact, right there. If we bring out this little road. up to the mining deposit. Mm. Something on these lines, maybe. Boom. Okay, well that should be getting built. And why is my lab not making research? Since when do labs use clay? Oh no. Okay, change of plans, we need this clay deposit down here instead. Something rough, like that. Actually, that would be a pretty nice crossroad. Okay, that road is way too big. Oh, it is what it is. Actually, I put it straight through the clay deposit. Anyway, clay pit. Here we go. Let's just encompass the entire thing. A little storage, that is 15 furniture down the drain, unfortunately. And we do need quite a bit of auxiliaries here, but that is something that we can't afford right now. So efficiency is just gonna have to be low. Gotta wait for the furniture to come in. Which we could actually employ 2 more carpenters, why not? How is the hunter doing? Making quite a bit of meat, actually. It's good. Balanced diet's always important. The one beautiful thing about the hunter is they hunt off map, as you can see. He's going. He went off the map and then he came back with a carcass. Now we don't actually have anywhere to store leather, which we don't have any pots left, so we can just replace that for leather. Which we're not actually making any. Missing workers. Oh, I can choose to either make leather or meat. Well, meat is probably more important right now. How many workers are employed as clay pit? 26. Well, since we don't even have... We'll probably cut this down to 10. Since we don't even have the clay required for it. And we'll turn that off since we're not actually making any fur. And switch to clay. Now we should have a bunch of people working at the clay pit. Making clay. Kind of self-explanatory, to be honest. And the clay is going straight into the lab. Yes, it is. And that's making me research points. Beautiful. Now, we could expand farming, but that is not my plan. I mean, improving mining could be a shout. But I'll go for basic refining. And good old... we can't afford anything else really, can we? No. We need more people. Which means we need more housing. And is that on stone? That is on stone. Great. Let's approve up to 90 people, as that is the amount we will have. Tell anyone not working to clear the rock. Beautiful. That's their housing dealt with. Now I have to choose between growing crops domestically of the little land we have left, or wood cutting. Which is quite a tough choice. Don't get me wrong, I personally don't know what to pick, and bread is full once again. I think I'm done with not having enough storage space. Big warehouse incoming. I feel like a good spot for the warehouse could be right next to the trading area. So, following along with lab design, which is cute. How big can these get? Like that. Perfect. Beautiful. Now, they should last us for a very long time. We do need 54 wood for that though, which is not something we have. Just gotta wait for it to be imported, unfortunately. Gonna murder my money. There we go, beautiful. Now, bread, fruit. And one thing I've just realized is food is running dangerously low. But I think I'm gonna leave it here for now. Thank you very much for watching, and have a beautiful day. Goodbye.